guys, and welcome back. This is one of two comparison videos that I'm doing with this one, between the EOS Fresh Grapefruit and the EOS Pink Grapefruit, and then later on, either tonight or tomorrow, I'll be also comparing it to the Burt's Bees Pink Grapefruit. So anyway, let's get started. Format-wise, they're both EOS, so they are both dome-type lip balms, so I won't waste your time with that. Packaging-wise, you can see what I mean about the bottom halves are virtually the same, although now that I have them side by side, this is a lighter pink than this. This is closer to the strawberry sorbet shade of pink, whereas this is more of a salmon color that's used for its dome, whereas the top half with the stripes, the darker part of the stripes, are more reminiscent of this color, but it's see-through in the sunlight. Like, you can actually see a little bit of the lip balm in there. That's not glare from light. That's actually the lip balm in there. So anyway, these are natural and organic, but this one is basically entirely so, whereas this one does have some synthetic and chemicals in there because the SPF. The amount of product you get in both is 1/4 ounce, and in terms of limited edition, this one I believe is limited edition. It was originally part of the Rachel Roy set in 2014, and then more recently came out as part of the spring set this year, whereas this I think is part of their permanent line now in their activewear collection. Shelf life on them, this one is good till I think 2018 if I remember right. I threw away the packaging, I just said it earlier, so there's that, whereas this one I think actually has it printed on it. Let me look. On the bottom. Or maybe not. Huh. I stand corrected. I think that's a lot number. Well, if I remember right, this is somewhere around the same whereabouts expiration-wise as the activewear one. I mean, they didn't come out that far apart from each other. It's like a couple months difference, so probably right in the ballpark. So in terms of price point, the activewear one was a tiny bit more than a normal EOS, but as this one has only ever come out as part of limited edition sets, it's never just been on its own, so it's never been the regular price either. But, that said, I think the activewear one was cheaper than either of the sets that the Pink Grapefruit one has been released as, so there is that to take into account. In terms of sturdiness, they both have rubberized plastic, although on this one it's only on the bottom half. The top half, the little light pink stripes are still that texture, but then this is hard plastic, whereas this is rubberized plastic all over. And that rubberized plastic is very prone to scratches. However, this already got one, and it wasn't even out of the package yet when it got it, so that kind of sucks. But other than that, they both have good seals on them, so I don't have to worry about them popping open in a purse or anything, so I am happy for that, and they are otherwise pretty all-around sturdy. No special features on the Pink Grapefruit, but on the Fresh Grapefruit there is SPF 30 and its broad spectrum UV protection, so there is that, whereas the Pink Grapefruit doesn't have that. But otherwise, no medication of which to speak on either one of them, just the SPF on the one. Now, scent-wise, I was honestly anticipating these to be identical. I mean, it's Pink Grapefruit. How much can you honestly do to a pink grapefruit? I mean, doesn't just grapefruit smell like grapefruit? But they found a way. I was very surprised when I opened up the activewear one this morning. And I went to test it, as you saw in the review, and it's actually different. As well as the wax color, but that one didn't surprise me so much. You can see how yellowy that is. As opposed to this guy here that doesn't even really have any age to it, and it's already way lighter than that. So that is a bit of difference there. But, scent-wise, this is more of a sweet grapefruit, like a grapefruit candy, whereas this is a very authentic, you just cut into a grapefruit type of a smell. So, I mean, they both smell really good. I love both of them. I have no complaints on either one. They both go on clear. Flavor-wise, they both taste like pink grapefruit, although with the activewear one, I do have one tiny complaint. For as sweet as it smells and as sweet as it initially tastes, after it's been on for, I don't know, 10-15 minutes, you will find it tends to leave a very bitter taste at the back of your tongue, and it pretty much lingers until the lip balm is totally gone. I'm not so much a fan of that, and it does not happen with this one. Only that one, and it happened both times today that I put it on, so it's definitely from that. So I'm not that wild on that part of it, but I love everything else about it, so if I were going to change my rating, I'd only dock it down 1 point to a 9 instead of being a 10 for that. I had no way of knowing when reviewing it that that was a thing yet, but it's not a deal breaker. It's something worth noting, but it's not a deal breaker. Now, in terms of consistency and thickness, there's very much a difference there too. This is a lot thicker than that. Also, this one was really soft in initially putting it on. There was no period of having to work at it to get it going first. No, it was good to go straight out of the package, which I very much appreciated. Most EOS products don't have that luxury, so I'm hoping that's a new thing that's just in their formula and isn't just native to this one. But, yeah, this one's a lot thicker, and that could be both because of the UV protection and because it's water resistant. I imagine it would have to be thicker to be water and sweat resistant, so there is that. Could be part of why the bitter taste kind of lingers with it, even when, not even when, but until it's, like, gone, and it still took a good 2 or 3 hours, and that was with drinking things, and it still was lingering, so I can tell you it very much held up to the drink test a little too well. Whereas, since the other one doesn't really have that problem, there's nothing to compare it to on that score, but I will say that it also doesn't stay on as long, period. So that's a little bit of a bummer, but it is what it is. So, in terms of moisturization, though, they both do a pretty good job, but I feel like the activewear may have done a little bit better of a job, possibly just because it immediately made my lips feel a lot softer and smoother upon putting it on. Shine factor-wise, the activewear also wins for that one. It has more shine to it than the regular one. And I think that is all my bullet points that I usually compare on these. So anyway, if not for that bitter aftertaste, I would probably pick the activewear over the regular pink grapefruit, but because of that 1 point just being a bit irksome to me, if I were going to reach for one of these two, I think I might more quickly reach for the pink grapefruit unless I were going out in the sun or going swimming, in which case I would go with the activewear because it can actually hold up to that and actually gives protection, whereas the regular one doesn't. So, kind of a roundabout way of doing a tie, but it is what it is. So anyway, that's about all I have to say here. So as usual, if you like this video, click the like button. If you're not already and you'd like to be, click subscribe. Leave comments down below. Do you have one or both of these? Which one do you like better and why? Let me know down below in the comments, as well as what you'd like to see me most review next, as well as anything else that you feel like leaving me. Until next time,